Hello there. Hi, team. Just checking in with another update. Not much to report. However, I can confirm that I will not be able to travel back to the United States for at least another 3 weeks. I will continue to check in with immigration and will report. Okay, you may be wondering, what does that have to do with Q&A with Giselle? Welcome to Q&A with Giselle. What I just read to you was from an email that I received from a foreign national that was not able to come back to the United States as planned. Unfortunately, this happens, and it's not that unusual. The reason I started with that is because I am getting many questions as we embark in the H-1B cap season from foreign workers and their employers about traveling abroad during this process. So that is one of the questions that I am going to be answering. And I hope that this little intro paragraph that I read you gives you a little idea as to where I'm going with the travel question. But thank you so much for joining me. This month, the questions that I have selected based on the questions that you send me and the issues that we're facing are this question. So the first one, my H-1B candidate wants to travel abroad during the H-1B cap registration period. Can they, should they? So that's number one. Number two, can I enter my H-1B cap candidate in the U.S. Masters Lottery if they have not received their U.S. master's degree by the time of registration in March? And last but not least, number three, should I use premium processing to file my H-1B cap petition? Okay, so those are the three questions that I'm going to be answering here on this Q&A with Giselle. Again, thank you for joining me, and I hope that these are helpful for you, and I would love to know if they are. So you can always send me an email letting me know, hey, I really appreciated the content because, or whatever it is. I always appreciate hearing from you. So again, back to the first question. My H-1B cap candidate wants to travel abroad during the H-1B cap registration. Can they, should they? Okay. So every year, again, no matter how many times I explain that travel during the H-1B cap season can be risky. Frankly, traveling abroad can be risky at many times during the immigration process, as you probably know. But it's even more risky during the H-1B cap season process because of the many uncertainties of the process, because of the timeline that is very tight, because of the consequences that are really significant. So I tell the candidates, you're putting at risk your investment in many years of study, sometimes 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, the money that has been invested by them, by their families, the trust that their families have put in them and in their future, the trust that you as employers have put in them and your financial investment. There are so many things at risk for potentially waiting until after October to travel abroad, which is what my recommendation is. So right now it is February, almost March, when I'm recording this video or this Q&A. And waiting until October, after October, if they're selected, I don't think it's a big ask, considering everything that is a risk. And again, there could be so many reasons why the person that goes abroad may not be able to come back. It could be an issue at the consulate. It could be a passport issue. It could be just CVP questioning their admission because they left and they they could be an F1 status that is expiring. So many things. Airline canceling the flights. Many unknowns, many things that are completely out of their control or out of our control that I strongly recommend not to travel. The foreign nationals break it down. Well, what if I travel before my registration? Well, registration begins March 1st. So it's really or March 6th or 7th or something to that effect. I mean, it's here. Well, what if I travel after I was selected, but before my petition was filed? Well, we only have 90 days after selection before the petition is filed. So it is such a tight timeline. Well, what if I travel after my registration, after I'm selected and my case has been filed and received by USCIS and premium process? No, because now you're filing as a change of status, and you're not going to be able to re-enter. So the answer is, please, your foreign nationals should wait until, if they are selected. So one, wait until registration happens, wait until the selection happens. If they are selected, they should stay in the United States until after October 1st, if the petition was approved by them, and then they will be able to travel, but know that they're going to have to cancel a process, an H-1B, in order to re-enter the United States, and that is a different process, but it's a process that needs to happen no matter what. So I hope this is helpful. Again, just as a little reminder, what I just read you, because to me, it's a perfect example of what could happen. Hey, team, just checking in with another update. Not much to report. However, I can confirm that I will not be able to travel back for at least another 3 weeks. It could be another 4. It could be another month. So we don't want that to happen. Okay, so again, no travel abroad while this process is going in. The other question that I received from employers and foreign nationals: can I enter my H-1B CAP candidate in the U.S. Master's Lottery if they have not received their U.S. Master's degree by the time of registration in March? Let me just give you a little background or a reminder that those with the U.S. Master's degree have a little advantage, little but significant advantage on the H-1B CAP process. So if they qualify for a U.S. Master's degree CAP registration, we definitely want to make an effort to include them in the H-1B Master's registration. But there are some requirements. It has to be a qualifying U.S. Master's degree, and foreign nationals know that because the schools also know that. And the situation that we face primarily is some of them are finishing their degree in March, and for some reason or another, they have not received their degree. So they're the certification, they have the transcripts, and some of them, they have the transcripts that shows that they have completed the requirements for, let's say, a bachelor's degree in architecture or computer science or engineering, but they have not received the actual certificate because the schools have not issued, or the diploma. In those situations, we can consider registering the person under the U.S. Master's CAP, as long as there's a very strong, and I almost say 100% likelihood that they will have the diploma in hand by the time that we file with USCIS. Now, again, this is risky because if we file them as a U.S. Master's and they do not have the U.S. Master's diploma or certification at the time that we need to file their H-1B, that we will not be able to register to file. So they're at a loss of being entered into the lottery, whether it is with the bachelor. I mean, we could have potentially have entered them into the bachelor's. So there is, there could have potentially be an alternative, but if we enter them into the U.S. Masters and they do not have a U.S. Masters at the time of filing, they completely lose out on this process, okay? So yes, it is possible if they don't have the diploma in their hands by the time of registration, as long as, again, there is a 100% likelihood that they would have it later on. Every so often, we don't actually have the diploma, again, for various reasons, but the school writes a letter saying that, yes, the person has completed all the requirements necessary to receive the diploma. And if that's the situation, we will work with you on finding the strongest way to file. But again, we need to be pretty certain that we have documentation to show that they qualify for the U.S. master's degree. And the last question is, should I use premium processing to file my H-1B cap petitions? As you may have heard me say, my recommendation to use premium processing is that it should be used strategically, and it is not always a yes or no decision. I review the facts of the case with you, with the foreign national. Many foreign nationals believe that their petition should be filed premium. And if they really, really want to do that, the foreign nationals can pay the fee, which now is almost $3,000. That's a different conversation. But typically, for my U.S. cap cases, for those that are in the United States, and there is no other really exceptional circumstance as to why premium would be required, which every so often there is, I recommend not filing premium, but making sure that we do have all the documentation that we need, and that everyone in the team, I always say this is teamwork, almost like a three-legged stool. We have things that we need to do. The MarksGray immigration team, the foreign national have things to do, and the employer has things to do. And as a team, the three of us working together timely, efficiently, we get it done, and we do not have to use premium processing. So that is my take on premium. And that's it. I actually was going to give you a little example, just thinking premium, and it doesn't quite apply to the H-1B cap, because there's other things in there, but in general, using premium, just think that you are driving from Orlando to Miami, okay? And you can always take I-95 and go down I-95, and it may take you 5 hours. You don't have to pay premium, you just take I-95. But there is an accident on I-95. And this could be, there is an emergency abroad. There is a business travel plan. There could be many things. In this case, on your travel to Miami, there is a significant accident on I-95 that is backing up I-95 for 3 hours. Like, this is catastrophic, major, like big deal. Or even, it is shut down. So you decide to pull out of I-95 and take the turnpike, or even, get on a plane in West Palm or whatever and fly to Miami. That would be kind of the premium processing situation, okay? It just takes you out of the line, you pay an extra fee, and it gets you to the finish line in a faster way. So hopefully these questions have been, the answers and the questions are useful for you. I really enjoy getting your questions and reviewing them and selecting the ones that we're answering here. So I welcome you to send us some questions for our consideration. And don't forget to subscribe, forward to others if you feel that this is helpful. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. There will be another one of these in March. And I already started creating the questions for those, for you employers and foreign nationals. I am going to be talking about the I-9 verifications that are going to have to happen coming up, as many of the foreign nationals are either extending or moving from OPT to a STEM OPT. What happens then? Some of you, some of your foreign nationals are on their CPT. How do you verify the employment authorizations of those that are using CPT during the summer, potentially to bridge the gap to the H-1B? So be in the lookout for my March Q&A with Giselle. Until next time.